Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mancien. So I come and say hello to do a video to communicate a message on the. I'm communicating here on spiritual ascension and ideas, astrology, mythology, art. I'm going to be restructuring those videos. I may open in 2019 an English, especially English video, English channel. And I'm going to restructure. I'm going to rather than speaking of many subjects, I'm going to narrow it down to speak of different subjects, so it'll be a lot easier to find the information. So I'm gonna change the format a little bit. I wanted to say that we are moving close to this portal of the solstice of the 2112, which will be a diamond-like code frequency that we will be receiving. In a sense, we've already received those codes and frequencies on the 2112 2012, consciously or unconsciously, and every year they are reawakening. But since there is much more awake light on the planet, every year there's new people that are moving into the light. So every year this activation is more powerful, so be ready to receive that. It will be accompanied by a full moon in Cancer, which will be charged with energy. It's at 0 degree Cancer, so the Sun will be 0 degree Capricorn. It squares with Chiron. I have my ascendant at 0 degree Pisces, so it will be affecting me powerfully. We want to return to a childlike innocence, creating a new reality each and every day, each and every moment. Children recreate their own reality. In many sense, the nodes of the moons are giving the direction of our lives in astrology. So in a sense, right now the north node of the moon is in Cancer, so we are forced to address the inner self. For me, it is really what my north node of, I will comment on this painting in the next video. The north node of my moon is in Cancer here, and I have the south node in Capricorn, which means all of those things of society, power, society, organization, fame, all those things is been there, done that, and vini vidi vici for me, because my south node, what is important for me is to cultivate my inner world, my family connection, the home environment. And so look at if the nodes were opposite, I would have achieved that, and I would have to go into the world to achieve, to climb the mountains and achieve to reach the summit top. But so we have to follow what our own inner guidance, because we all are different, we all been connected differently internally, and so it is important to listen to ourselves and to try to know ourselves as much as possible. I'm going to show some new paintings. I've been painting all night, and so I have some new paintings. I will show that in another video, and I'm going to communicate more about art, maybe, probably a lot more, and discuss about some of the project I have. Chiron is a very spiritual planet. It's a small planet, but it's very, very advanced. It's the wounded healer, and it brings up our wounds so we can heal them in many sense. But then it's also a very creative, very fast-moving planet. Once the wounds are healed, and they should be healed because they are going through Pisces, we will see that the healing will be manifested as it's going to move through Aries, and it will take it's going to swing around the whole process once again. This north-south node motion of the north node and moved in Cancer, so we're gonna have to rethink all kinds of ideas about the patriarchal society. But it's mostly the patriarchal society, but in a sense, in Atlantis there were matriarchal societies, which works better. But in a sense, we want a balanced society that is neither matriarchal or patriarchal. Trust that everything will go well. There's going to be all kinds of things that will be happening in the world to make it okay. And so do not worry about that. Focus on your own well-being, on your own freedom. And so I wanted to say, well, I'm going to pull a few cards to see what we may get as guidance for today. I already did that in French, so I feel I may have to use less the cards and the tarot, because there's enough oracle. We already know what we had to do, and so the highest wisdom is the understanding of karma. It's letting go of this karma, accepting the karma, but transmuting it as fast as possible. What we need to understand is the effort. We need to produce an effort in order to release that which that creates the blockage. What we need to do is the paradigm shift. It's to understand everything is shifting from one day to the next. We're moving into a totally new reality that is opposing. We'll be able to laugh at all those things that used to plague us, or all the struggle, so it will be a great moment of celebration and joy once we make this we achieve this freedom from those little things that that slowed us down in that process of being happy and joyful, and so then the general message is partnership. It is about being co-creator with the universe, and mainly trust. It is important to trust. So I wanted to say that a lot of the struggles that we have in our life, we don't realize it, but they come from childhood. They're unconscious for the most part. Some people may have conscious trauma from childhood, but most people it's unconscious. And at those times we were very creative, very powerful creator. We were recreating our reality, and all those traumas we created in the astral plane, some kind of a dark wood, a dark forest, some place where we're like so we can meet our fear there, and those are we want to get out of that wood. Whenever we see ourselves there, we want to get out and move into the sunlight, the road that is in the light. So we're going to be moving into this 0 point energy. This 0 point is when matter and antimatter meets, and we're going into this great opening of energy. We're going to be discovering all kinds of new technologies also, because once technologies, because this 0 point energy is a source of abundant energy, and so we're gonna have to we'll see how this happened, but the technological transformation will happen a lot faster. And I wanted to say that we were, in a sense, we have forgotten that, but we were with our source, with our creator, with God at the very beginning of the creation of the universe, all of us. And so we were like but we were so we felt so it was so wonderful to see what God created. We say, well, of course we want to participate in this program of evolution, and so this is how we are here. But we will return to that source, and as we return to that, the memory of that understanding, then the cycle, the circle is complete. And so and I wanted to give a little advice. If you want to know more about your past life, it may be good to ask before you go to sleep, to ask spirit or your angels or God to reveal to you through dream a past life. So when you wake up in the morning, you have a memory of a past life. Do not doubt it. If you have an experience, it will be a revelation. And I'm gonna pull 4 cards so the highest wisdom is the lessons and the good deeds. It means that we have learned our lessons, and now it's like we all the good deeds are everything built. So it's about understanding the balance sheet for the karma is just it feels like on the energy level it is a balance sheet. So we want to move into a more positive thoughts, more to make the positive thoughts a lot more present in our daily experience, and release as fast as possible all the negative thoughts so that we can move out of them. What we need to understand is the tree is growing. It's growing. It's how the tree are very, very spiritual beings. In many sense, we'll come to realize that. What we need to do is the galactic. We got to move into our galactic frequency, where all things to reconnect to that sphere of fifth dimensional light. And the general message for us is the healer. So the healer, we're going to find healing, and so we're going to be able to bring that healing into the world whenever we can. We can make things whole. The idea of healing is making things whole. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you, and I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that speaks about the ephemerality of this physical life. It goes like this, called Dust in the Wind. I close my eyes only for a moment, then the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity. Dust in the wind, all they are is dust in the wind. Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground, though we refuse to see. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Now don't hang on, nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away, and all your money won't another minute buy. dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind, dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind. Yes, so everything is dust in the wind, but seize the day. We are here. We can enjoy each and every moment. Let go of the past. The past is gone. It is dust in the wind. Now it's like a new future is before us. So I hope you will enjoy these times. The card for the day is the Knight of Michael. Strong, devoted, intellectual, and apply. It is time to move to the next level, to move on to the next gear. Logic must overcome all emotions. Sudden change. So be ready for sudden change. There is a lot of unexpected but unexpected positive things. Do not let anything that can be negatively inclined to prevent you from knowing that, and you will make this flow a lot easier towards what is really wanted. For there is a great deal of opportunity for changing all kinds of things with this new portal of energies that is before us. I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and I may have to separate the I don't know if I mentioned that, but I may open, this year I may open an English channel that will be especially in English, only in English, and so all kinds of new. I will talk about my project as well. I'm looking forward to bring about all kinds of new different content. I'm going to talk more about art and comment on some of those other paintings that have that are continue to evolve. Thank you very much, and I wish you a good day. God bless.